Sports Cards. Get at it.
Hey, Tulaflava. Leotawa Dr. John Peterson here with TE2 Edge Sports Cards coming at you live and direct from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Got a little warmer weather, which is great. Today we're going to do a PSA pre-grade and then a reveal. Put two videos together and hopefully you will enjoy it. If you haven't had a chance, hit the like or subscribe button. Also want to give a shout out to Cajun Cardboard, Carlson Cards, and a few other folks out there, YouTube, 3G Slabs for sure, and Little Victories, LV. Been watching a lot of YouTube videos on how to do the PSA stuff for the last couple of years, and feel like I'm starting to get it down a little bit better. Definitely a little more judicious about what I send in, which is nice because the grading fees go down when you send in less cards and get less 8s and 9s and more 10s. So big shout out to all those content creators for sharing their wisdom. Also, if you're interested in selling your MJ, Kobe, and or LeBron collections, please hit me up, rjp7227 at yahoo.com, rjp7227 at yahoo.com. Probably the best way to reach me. Then we can exchange phone numbers and work with each other via text. So here's the usual data. Got a PSA sub, 131.25. Get it in today. January value bulk special, $18 a card. Submitting 26 cards, $468 total dollars on the submission. Shipping is $10 to get it out, $50 to get it back. That's $60 total. Total grading and shipping outlay is $528. Cost of the cards were $625. Total outlay $1,153. So let's go through the cards. First card up is a 1990 Michael Jordan Fleer. Thought this card looked pretty good, but just based on kind of the top part here, I'm thinking it's going to be a 9. And probably be about a $25 card. If I'm right. Another 1990 Fleer MJ. This is also probably going to come back as a 9. The main frame is pushed up just a tiny bit. On this one, it's a little bit off left to right in my opinion, but this one is top to bottom. So these are hard to jam out, harder than you think. So I think that's going to be a 9. This one I think is going to be a 10. Same card. I think the centering on the back looks good. No chipping that I could see. And if you can tell here, that looks pretty much spot on 45 degree angle. So I think that's going to be a 10. And a 10, that's a $200 card. Got the Fleer All-Star. I was hoping this would come back as a 10, but more likely a 9. Off-centered left to right. The stars line up pretty good, but the main frame of the picture doesn't really, obviously a little bit more there than there, so probably not within tolerance. Look on the back, you can see it too. Probably shouldn't even send this in, but I figured I'd send one more of these Fleer All-Stars in. 9 and $35 card. Excuse me. 1990 SLU, the brown version. I think it's going to be a 9. I think it looks pretty clean. I mean, I'd love for it to be a 10, but more likely a 9. $90 card. Same card. I'm thinking 9. Another one. Thinking 9. Picked this up for, what was it, $25 per card. This last one, I think this is going to be a 10. So I usually put the lesser condition cards first and the highest condition cards last or second. I think this one's going to be a 10. I just think the centering looks really good. The back looked good. Corners look sharp. No sorts of issues that I could see. I think this is going to be a 10. That's a $1,000 card and a 10. This is 1990. This is the yellow version. Picked this one up for $30. Little bit of yellowing. I don't know if you can see that. It's really hard to see, but on the side there's some yellowing. And it's from the printing. It's not because the card got old. It's just that's how the printing came out, at least. I'm going to say this is going to be a 9. As much as I'd like to be a 10 on that, it's probably a 9. That's a... actually, you know what? I think this is going to be an 8. Excuse me. This is going to be an 8. And an 8, that's an $80 card. This one, I think, is going to be a 9. It's a little bit better. It's got a little whiting up at the top there. Top right-hand corner. Actually, it's over here and down here. That's why I think it's going to be an 8. This one has less of that. Still has that yellowing on the back, but otherwise it looks pretty centered. I don't know. I'm thinking a 9. 175 on that. Let's see here. We've got the 1991 Jumping. Hoping for a 9 on this. 175. This is the Dribbling. 91 SLU. Again, yellowing on the left-hand side. I'm thinking this is going to be a 9. Nope, got an 8 on it. About a $50 card. I think it's going to be an 8. Registration's poor. 8. Upper Deck Star Rookies, 94. 9. $75 card to 9. Skybox Premium, 96. 9. $35 card. We've got this is Topps Gallery Masters. Man, I'd love to get this back in a 10. These cards are so condition sensitive though, so I'm thinking it's going to be a 9. That'd be about a $50 card. And then this I think is 99 SPA sample MJ. It's got the sample on the back. I think this is going to be a 10. I've looked at this card a couple times. $100. 99 now showing from Upper Deck. 9. $40 card. So you can see I build out the order with some cards that I think are going to be 10s, but a bunch of cards that I think are going to be 9s, because I got to make some of that back from what I bought in the collection, you know. And it's not ideal sending in cards that I think are going to be 9s, but at some point I've got to recoup the cost, because this card cost me what, $3? So yeah, I'm not going to make a ton of money on this because the grading fee is $18 and the ship is probably another $1 or $2. So we're looking at $20 in for the card, well, plus the $3 for the card. So like $22, $23 total. But if I can get, 40 on this and pull $35 after fees on eBay, that's a small $10 win. Doesn't seem like much, but when you stack up, 10 here, 15 there, 20 there, 25 there, it can start to add up, even though the wins are real small. So, because then you can hopefully hit on some big ones. All right, this is the 2006 Fleer Hoops, or NBA Hoops, Kobe and, Jordan and Kobe, I should say. I think this is going to be a 9. I looked at this little tick down here. You see that? I was wondering if it was a part of the floor of the photograph, photographs of the floor, but I think it's actually some cardware, so I'm thinking 9. It's an $80 card to 9. It's kind of a rare card. This is MJ Sport Royalty from 2007. Picked this up in a small 6-card lot or 8-card lot back around Christmas time. I think it's going to be a 9. I think the centering is a bit of an issue left to right. Corners look pretty good. This corner is a tiny bit soft. This comes back as a 9, $130 card. Excuse me. This card, I'm looking to see if anyone knows what this card is. Doesn't look like a sticker, but this was part of a lot in a binder I bought. Couldn't find much information about this card, but I'm sending it in all the same, so I don't know about that one. This is also a card that was part of a lot that I bought from a guy down in Louisville. I think it's fake, but I'm not entirely sure because I'm not really an expert in these star cards. So, we'll have to see. If I end up getting charged $18 to have it looked at and they tell me it's fake, then so be it. So, don't know about that card. 86 Star Court Kings. And we got 2011 Topps Black Rapper Redemption. Jeter. I think it's a 10. $100. Got a Jeter game used jersey, upper deck. I think this is what, 2008 jersey patch. Probably an 8. I'd be happy with a 9, but comes back as an 8, probably, I don't know, $50, $75 card at the most. This 2019 Topps Green Mojo Refractor, Derek Jeter. I think this is going to be a 10. It's numbered to, sorry, it was a 50. It's 99. I think in a 10, this might be 150, maybe $175 card. This 2012 Topps Chrome Orange Refractor. Again, it's Jeter. This one looked real good. I think this is going to be a 10. Center looks really good. Corners look good. So in a 10, I think probably $150, $200 card. Be a nice win from the Jeter lot. And then, okay, then the last one, 2020 Topps Gold Mojo Refractor. Number to 50. I think it's going to be a 10. All right, folks. We'll see you on the other side with the reveal. Peace out. One love. All right, we're back. And this is time for the good old reveal. Thanks for watching the first half of the video. Appreciate that. And if you didn't, I'll do a very, very quick summary of the financials here up on front. This was a PSA submission, submitted $131.25. Value bulk $18 a card, 26 cards, $468 for the outlay. Shipping total was $60. Grading and shipping outlay was $530. Cards outlay was $625. And so we're looking at about total outlay $1,155 big ones. So that's about what I needed to hit in order to break even. I think I had my initial estimated value at $3,485 and an estimated profit of $3,030. So I had a pretty robust prediction for this order. So let's see what actually happened, which is, what you all came to see. So the first card was a 1990 Fleer Jordan. I had purchased a case of the 19. No, it was rack pack case. So 3 rack pack boxes. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't overly expensive either, so it was a lot of fun. A lot of hits, a lot of old cards of guys just grew up with. This one, however, got a 9. I had this predicted as a 9, came back as a 9. Next one, same card. Fleer Jordan. I had this as a 9, came back as a 10. That's a win. All right, last of the 90 Fleer Jordans. I had this as a 10, came back as a PSA 10. 1990 Fleer All-Star. 9. On the mark. 9. Next one, 1990 SLU starting lineup. Kenner, Brown, Jordan. Thought this was a 9. Came back as a 7. Hammered. 1990 SLU, Brown, same card. Had this as a 9. Came back as an 8. So, not too bad, all things considered. Another same card here. We had this as a 9. And it came back as a 9. So, we hit the mark on that one, which was good. And the big card of the order, a Brown SLU 1990 Jordan, the old Kenner starting lineup. I thought this was going to be a 10, and it came back as a 9. So 2 9s, an 8, and a 7 on these Brown Kenners SLUs. So disappointing. I bought 7 of them. I don't know, they were maybe like $10 each at the most, $15, and Didn't get a 10 in a single one, so a little disappointing. Learning curve for the old SLUs is pretty high here, so I have to rethink my strategy in terms of buying those cards in the future. 1990 yellow MJ. I actually like this picture better. I had this as an 8, and it came back as a 6. So there clearly was something I missed with this card. I haven't given it a really close look. I guess you could say the top to bottom isn't great. I didn't think it was a 6. If I thought it was a 6, obviously I wouldn't have sent it in. But 2 grades under on that one in terms of my prediction. Another one of these, same cards. I had it as a 9. Got an 8. Which isn't terrible, you know. Oh, I'm not giving you the prices either. Shoot. Let me go back real quick. 30. 200. Or value, I should say, excuse me. 200. 30. 20. That's a loss. 35. This actually is $100, if you can believe that. That one's 100. And this one's like, oh, I don't know. What's this one? This one is a $40 card. So in a 6, it's still a $40 card in terms of value. So that gives you an idea of what we're at with the value of these cards. Now, I will get back to that. This is a PSA 9. The value of this one in an 8 is about $60. So not a huge difference between 6 and 8. Next one, this is the 1991 SLU Jumping Jordan. I had it pre-graded as a 9 and got hammered on it by PSA. This is a 7. In PSA 7, this is a $60 card. It's an incredible card, though. I love that photograph. So, unfortunate. Excuse me. Next one, we've got it's a 91. This is the dribbling version of the SLU for Jordan. I had this as an 8. And it actually came back as an 8. So I actually got a couple of the starting lineup cards correct. $70. Oops, almost showed you the grade. 1994 Upper Deck Jordan Star Rookies. I had this as a 9. And it came back as a 9. So $40, $50 card. Not much of a big win on that one. So the third or fourth one of these that I've tried to get graded, 96 Skybox Premium. Thought it was a 9. Came back as a 7. There is something about this card. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't really know what it is. It must be the centering. I don't know. I can't figure out why these cards come back as 7s and 8s. Not even 9. I think I've gotten one as a 9. I've submitted like 3 or 4. So anyway, in an 8... Or no, excuse me, in a 7, it's a $15 card, so it's definitely a loss on that one. 96 Topps Gallery Masters. Had this as a 9. I thought this looked really nice. And I was really wrong. 6. That's freaking horrible. That's terrible. I've looked at this card. I don't know what the issue is. It's got to be some sort of a surface thing that I've missed. I'll have to take a closer look. I mean, it's not a super valuable card, raw, but yeah, to go from a 9 to a 6, that's just terrible. So far, not doing well, in my opinion. Yeah, and leave a comment how you think I'm doing. I'd love to hear from you, positive and or negative. I can take my lumps. This is the 99 SPA sample, is what it's called. I had it as a 10. Thought it was going to be a 10. It came back as a 9. Cool card, though. In a 9, this is a $20 card at the most. I'll be lucky if I lose, $10 on that card. Next card, love this card. Now showing, it's 99 Upper Deck. Had it as a 9. Came back as a 9. So, feel pretty good about that. Next one, this is the 2005 Fleer Jordan and Kobe card. I had it pre-graded as a 9. And what do you think it came back as? A 9. excited about that one. That one helped. Value of this card's jumped up as Jordan and Kobe stuff has heated up, continued to heat up. So I have this value around $150 to $170 in a 9. I think it's a relatively low pop count. Sport Royalty 2007 non-playing days. I had this as a 9, fairly low pop count on this card, and it came back as a 9. This is about $100, $115 card in a 9. So this was part of a small 5-card lot that I bought over the Christmas time, and yeah, sent it in and did okay. So made a little money on that one. Now we are on to some Jeters. So if you recall, if you haven't had a chance, go back and watch maybe the video where I said who's in the box or something like that. I ended up buying a pretty large lot of Derek Jeter cards, and that was right before Christmas, and processed all the cards and sent a bunch in, and I'm getting back. These are the last cards from that lot that I'm getting back. I don't know the exact financials on where I'm at with that lot. I can figure that out and share that with you at another time, but I know that whether I was going to break even or get ahead on the lot really kind of depended on these last, 4 or 5 Jeter cards. So let's take a look. This is a 2011 Topps Black Wrapper Redemption card. I had it as a 10, and I got a 10. That was a pretty cool looking card too. I think the value is right around $100, but I think I recently saw a comp for it that was over like 150. So I probably won't get more than $100 for this, but cool looking card. I like how it's kind of color matched. Excuse me. Next one. This is a 2008 Upper Deck jersey patch of Jeter. I had it pegged as a 9. Thickie card. It's a thickie, as they say. It's got a single pinstripe for the patch. I had this as about a $100 card in a PSA 8, and it came back as a 9. I've really had a hard time pinning down the value of this card. I saw one other comp on this card. It was a raw sale. The patch was a little bit different than this one, but it was the same card essentially. And that sold for about $475 to $500 raw. So this is a 9. What do you think this is worth? I'd be very curious to see what folks think. I'm looking here and I'm thinking it's not numbered. So I don't know. I estimate the value somewhere around $500-600 as a 9, but I could be way off with that. So leave a comment if you're a Jeter fan and you know a lot about Jeter cards. Let us know what you think about this. I did put it down for $600 though, for financial purposes. So, excuse me. Next one, 2019 Topps Green Mojo Refractor. I had this also as a 10, right? So I had a couple of these as 10s at the end, and it came back as a 10. So I think it's a pretty cool card. It is numbered to 99. You can see that there. And in a 10, this is probably maybe a $200 card, $175 to $200. Nice looking card. Next one, 2012 Topps Chrome Orange Refractor. I also had this as a 10, and it came back as a 10. I'm pretty excited about that one. That's also about a $200 card. 150 to 200. Might be a little bit more because it's from his playing days. And then the final card is card numbered to 50. This is a 2020 Topps Gold Mojo Refractor. I had this as a 10, and it also came back as a 10. I think I kind of lucked out on this one because I think the centering was off a little bit left to right. But yeah, not bad. Finished the last 5 cards, 4 10s, and 1 9. Which basically saved the order for me. So let me give you the financials. Oh, 2 other things I want to show you. I had this card in the order. It's this little sticker or refractor or whatever it is, and they didn't know what it was. So if anybody knows what that is, that'd be fantastic if you let me know. It's a cool little card, but I don't know what it's worth. PSA won't grade it. And then last but not least, this Star 86 Jordan. I suspected, actually I was nearly 100% confident it was a fake, and it came back as a questionable authenticity. So, yeah, not going to send that in again. That was from the Kentucky buy that I had, the one in Louisville. All right, so how did I do? Let's take a look here. I had a final value, believe it or not, of 2,620. If you recall, my estimated value was quite a bit more than that. It was 3,485. My estimated profit was 3,030, and my final profit was 2,000. Final profit, if all these cards were to sell, obviously, would be 1,130. So, I mean, overall, I didn't do too bad, given how poorly I did on those starting lineup cards. To come out ahead 1,130, I think is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty amazing, and I think that's the power of GOATs. You know, the power of getting 10s and Jeter and Tom Brady and Michael Jordan and that sort of thing. So yeah, give thanks for that. Another thing that I wanted to share with you just before we go to the bonus mail day is I aggregated all of my data for quarter one for all of the PSA returns that I received. So these would be inclusive of some submissions that I sent in December. The average wait time from PSA, from me submitting to PSA getting the cards completed was 1.7 months. So PSA is actually not doing that bad of a job, at least in my experience, in getting my cards back to me. I mean, 1.7 months is what? 7 weeks? 7.5 weeks? 6.5 weeks, something like that. That's actually pretty good. For grading, pre-grading, I have gotten 51% of all of the submissions I've done, and I think it's been 5. I've gotten 51% of the pre-grades correct. I've overgraded 42.5%. That's a lot. That's probably 15 to 20% higher than what I'd like to be at. I'd like to be closer to less than 30, 25, even 20% would be okay. And I've undergraded at a percentage of 7%. The estimated profit that I have calculated as a predictive value, I had at $8,880. So if everything had gone to according to the plan that I'd laid out, I'd be in the black by $8,880. However, my final profit, and obviously I haven't sold all these cards, many of them have already sold. A lot of these cards have already sold in the last couple reveals on eBay, because people are just snapping up Jordans left and right, and Kobe's too, but Jordan's even more so. Final profit I have at $5,215. I haven't lost on a single order. I've gotten a win, although small at times, on every single order. The final profit is a little over $5,000, so about $5,200. And I have been correct on the estimating of the profit at a rate of about 59%. You take 52.15 and divide it by 88.80, and you get about 59%. So I'm hovering right around 60% correct as a rate for predicting the correct profit margin. So you can see I just did that right here. It's on a piece of paper. And yeah, so that's been fun. So that's quarter one. So quarter one, I've profited what, $5,200? That's not bad. I mean, that's not bad at all. Now, of course, I've put a ton of time into this. I mean, my hourly rate probably is, half of a penny, half a cent. But I like the grind. I enjoy it, and I like learning from it. I like learning from other dealers, other YouTubers. Big shout out to all the content creators out there. and all the people watching. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you haven't had a chance, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Now, for the bonus mail day. So I've been picking up a few cards. As I sell cards, I pick a few cards up. So I've been selling more and buying less lately. This is the first card that I picked up. So this is a 22 Bowman U Inception. It's a Bucelis. It's the version 2 gold foil, so it's numbered to, I believe, 50. Let's look on the back here. Well, it must be down here in the bottom. Yeah, right there. Right underneath that Inception insignia. Or actually, it says initiation. Huh, I don't know why that says initiation. 13 out of 50. Right, so this is, I got this for like $100. These are hard to get as 10s, these Inceptions. And to have it be a golden number to 50 and have an auto on it, I thought was a pretty good deal. He's kind of hot right now. And then the last one that I picked up is, drum roll please, let's move this out of the way. Not a huge card, but is this one. So this is the 2020 Flux Shea Gilgeous-Alexander cracked ice, gold cracked ice, fluctuations. Or no, fluctuations. Fluctuations. This was like $300. So I got this actually just not that long ago. It was still priced at the same price it was at like 2 months ago because I'd seen this before. So I figured I'd snap it up and put it into the collection of Shea cards that I'm going to bring to the Minnesota Sports Card Show in April, the weekend of the 12th, I think it is. So yeah, that's what I got for mail day. Thought it was a pretty cool card, and I'll continue to show you some of the different cards I pick up on mail day as they show up at the house here. So, all right, I really appreciate you watching. Hopefully this was entertaining, somewhat instructive, and I hope you have a blessed night. Peace out. One love.